Hi, soul family. How you doing? How's the energy of this Mercury retrograde affecting you? I don't even think it's just Mercury retrograde. I think it's just the energy. It's finding a lot of people in a place of a stalemate. Here's our little totem messenger, the hummingbird. It was a green one. Green, love, healing, growth, prosperity, money, right? Says you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself and others, but while you're going through it and you're not accomplishing what you wanted to accomplish, it says to, and now you're back. Came flying back, and now you're back. And that's a message to myself, because I was in a very frustrated place. And I realized that the energies that I was picking up weren't mine. My natural state is a happy state, and when I'm feeling this kind of down, depressed, kind of stagnant energy, I'm picking up energy that isn't mine. It doesn't belong to me, and I don't want it in my arena. So it's good to express, right? Get out what you're feeling. It's good to talk to good friends that you can just basically let yourself be heard. I talked to 3 very important people in my life today. My best friend Julie, my friend Erica, and my Uncle Phil. All 3 of them, I talked to my landlord. All of them are people that are not somebody that I just talk to once in a blue moon. These are people that are always in my life, people that I know me, understand me, and aren't going to judge me. I can just say what I need to say. If I'm in a negative place or mindset, they're not going to think anything other than she's out of sorts, right? Because that's not generally the way she is. So it's good to express, because if you don't and you're shoving it all in, then even though that energy that you're picking up on may not even be your energy, you're connecting to some other energy that's attaching to you. You stuff that in, you're holding it, right? So you need to get it out. So I did that. What I'm going to do here, we're going to use this. This also breaks up stagnant, static energy, right? It does. So I'm doing that for all of us. I love sound machines. I have 2, what are they called? Maracas? I don't know what they're called. When I was a little kid, we used to get them, right? I got them, I'm going to hang them up in my little trailer. I like the sound of them too. Anything that makes sound, the wind chimes, right? They're all around me. These are joy, these remind me of joy guides. The angels, there are joy guides, and they have a sense of humor, and they lighten the energy, right? That's kind of like the little hummingbird that just showed up. So it's good to have that kind of energy. This is also Archangel Michael's color blue, right? It's also the truth. Are you lying to yourself? When you say negative words, you're lying to yourself. When you think negative thoughts, you're lying to yourself. It's not true. You're not stuck. You're not incapable. You're not in a prison of anything other than your own making, right? And I've been saying, I feel I'm trapped. No, you're not trapped. You're not trapped. Sometimes we're just temporarily out of sync with the ebb and flow of life. Sometimes the tide's going out when you want it to come in. Sometimes the reverse, right? You're ready to go out and it's not ready. And so then it's basically chop wood, carry water. Or I was speaking to my landlord, and I said, you know, when you can't go to sea, the fishermen, what do? They stay home and they repair the nets. So I can't go on my retreat quite yet. So I'm going to do the little things on my trailer that I can get done. My handyman didn't show up again. You know, it just keeps being delayed. Well, then what can you do? You built the whole box all the way around it. Who says you can't build that back part? You can do anything you set your mind to. So it was our mindset that needed to be altered, right? So this is another mindset altering that I'm going to do. Remember, I told you guys I didn't like working with zodiac signs. I didn't like working with zodiac signs. I didn't want to put the emphasis on all Aries, all blah blah, all. But everyone else wants to know what applies to them, and they see themselves. They will classify themselves as a zodiac sign. Now, I'm a Aries with a Pisces moon and a Gemini rising, right? Those are the 3 elements that I associate with myself. There are other elements in my chart, but those are the 3 major elements that I associate with myself. I don't even know what my Venus is. I'll have to look at it. A lot of readers will say Sun, Moon, and Venus, and rising, right? It'll apply to you. So check all of those signs. If it isn't for this, it's maybe for one of those other signs. So I thought, all right, I'm not going, but then what I was doing is I was picking items, right? And then I was saying, this is Earth, this is L. So I've decided, all right, change your mindset. I'm not putting all my emphasis on the signs, but you might see yourself in that. And in all reality, I know that the different, when I'm in a different energy, which energy I'm in. When I'm behaving in a forward movement, no fear, jumping off the cliff, that's my Aries, right? When I am in my more analytical thinking, and that's my Gemini. When I'm in my Pisces, that's when I'm very, very in touch with my emotions, and I'm very emotional, and I'm more in my feelings, right? So I will also, like if I listen to a reader, I'll listen to the Pisces reader, and I'll listen to, I don't listen to Gemini very often. That's more for me personally. I operate more from my 2 sun and moon signs, right? So I listen to both of them. And sometimes I used to say, well, what am I? If I were to listen to these readers, what am I? Am I the Aries or am I the Pisces? I'm both. And in all reality, that's the truth, because my spiritual twin is a Pisces. So I'm both. Both of them apply to me. Now, at different times, it would apply more to what's going on in the other's life, and this one applies more to me. So I'm going to do this again for you guys, and I'm going to let you decide. I'm not going to make any decisions for you, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to keep it simple, and we're going to ask for a message for every single sign, okay? We're going to start with earth signs. My table has got dust on it, so can you just hold on for a sec? Let me wipe it off. And I've left my work line up because I need to be working, and if I get cut off, I will send these out in sections. It's just what I'm going to do. Because I need both. I need to work, and I need to work with you. Oh my God, you guys are so lucky. The osprey just showed up. And he's right there. Hi, beauty. Okay, again, the osprey message. Important information is pending. Stay on the alert. An opportunity may present itself to you. You will be able to handle this opportunity, because the osprey says you will dive down deep under your emotional waters, and you will emerge safe and sound. It's a diving eagle, which is spirit. He's gonna come back around again. I don't know how close up you saw him, but I've gotten that message in more ways than I can tell you, that there is an opportunity coming, and I might not think that I can do it. I was told you may not think you can afford it, but you can. Because you might be out of sync right now temporarily. Like, I've got all this money that's coming to me from my work. It's not here yet. They're holding on to it, right? It's kind of like the bank. They're holding on to it. I know it's coming. So Spirit's basically saying, you listen to what your message is, but for me, your money's coming. Relax, right? It's on the way. You wouldn't be given this opportunity if Spirit didn't think you could handle it. You can. I'm just watching. The 2 that are circling each other are Jonathan and the osprey. So Jonathan Livingston Seagull talks about freedom, going with the flow, using the current, right, allowing life to come to you, and the crow is speaking. The crow comes out of the void. The crow is tricking you, thinking that you can't do what you think that you can do, tricking you to believe what you have in your mind that you shouldn't be feeling, that you shouldn't be thinking. The crow is a thief. The crow likes shiny things. It'll grab what it wants. Oh, you are so freaking amazing. Hi, and that is the big boy. That's not the baby. That's the big one. So there's 2. One smaller than the other. How blessed are we? Now, we can look up at the sky and we could say, wow, look at all those chemtrails, right? You can, but I can't do anything about that. There's nothing I can do about that. So I'm not going to fret over it. I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm just going to enjoy the breeze. I'm going to enjoy the seabirds that are here at my lake. There's tons of them here right now. Giant blue heron just landed on a roof of that boathouse. Blue heron, they dance to their own beat. They go to their own drum. They do things that others don't necessarily do. And they do it in a way that others don't do it. And they don't really care what anybody else thinks. They see the opportunity that the osprey brings forward. And when the osprey brings that opportunity, the blue heron knows how to dive on it, just like the osprey. See the blue heron going across now? And not only can they dive on the opportunity, but they make something out of that opportunity. They know what to do with it when it comes. So we've got double emphasis on the ability to make something out of this opportunity that's about to come to you. How freaking awesome. Okay, we're starting with Earth Element. And the crow is showing me Earth Element. That's a message to me. I knew that. Okay. You know what I'm looking at right now too is there's a line of birds on the water. They're all lined up like a wall. Like this is our side, that's your side. It's almost like an energetic shield. They're too small for you to see it, but I can see it. That's a message. You're being supported, right? You've got a protective shield. I asked for a protective shield. I said, Archangel Michael, can you do a sweep? As soon as I did that, Archangel Michael, can you do a sweep of my entire studio, of my computer, of my phone, of my mind, and I did it in the shower. I asked as well, Archangel Metatron, to help balance my chakras and do a sweep of anything, and the dogs are barking, right? Pay attention to everything that's going on. The dogs are alerting you to something. It's pay attention, pay attention. So it's what needed to be swept was not necessarily the environment, but what was in my head. And negative energy can come and attach. And what they do is they send vibrations towards you. Negative vibrations. People can do it. You can energetically send negative energy towards people. It gets in their head. They think it's their thoughts. It's not. It's the energy coming from someone that you may be connected with. Okay, so be careful. It takes me a little while to catch on and realize, wait a minute, this isn't my energy. I don't want it. It's not mine to carry. So I love you, I release you, and I bless you, and I've got the energetic line, a boundary, right? Right now, be very, very cognizant about saying no when people are stepping across your boundaries. I work for a living, just like everyone else. I'm a reader, I'm a channel, I'm a medium. I've got people that have become friends as I've worked for them, but then they constantly send me messages. What does this mean? I saw that. What does this mean? Well, that's my work. That's what I do for my work. Do you go to your mechanic and expect your mechanic to give you all that for free? No. So I need to set boundaries, right? I don't have to be obligated to answer those questions when they shouldn't be asking me, right? But it's my own fault for not setting the boundaries, right? Okay, Earth. Start with Capricorn. What is the message? We're just going to do simple messages. For those who are, it's for you, or for if you're cross-watching for somebody else, Capricorn, what is the message for the Capricorn? For those who are going to be watching, see, Spirit knows the amount of people. So they will give us the message that is most applicable to the most amount of Capricorns that are watching. So your message is let go. Let go. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. So what's she doing? She's getting her mind off of her worries. She's chilling. She's in nature just like me. She's talking to the birds just like me, right? The bird is a red robin. So there's new beginnings at hand, but perhaps right now, it's not the time. Let go. It could also be telling you to let go of somebody, something. And as I say that, the osprey shows up again. So are you holding on to another that you need to release? You're being told to let go. There's another bird for you. Okay, that's Capricorn. Another message for Capricorn from the what is this called? I can't even remember. Angel Answers? Trust. You're being called, this situation calls for trust on your behalf. It's also telling you that you can trust the situation at hand or the people, whatever it is for you. And a black crow that just went by. So somebody in your family, you can trust them. There's somebody above. You're not alone, right? Look at the succession. Self, higher self, highest self. So call upon Spirit to help you with feelings of trust, to instill trust within you if you're feeling mistrusting. Could be that someone trusts you, so don't let them down. Correct for neutrality. And then I said that, the osprey showed up again. Someone trusts you. Don't let them down. You've got to watch what he's doing. He's pulling himself up high, and he's observing what's going on. He's holding himself back. Now he's coming back over here. You'll see if he does it here. This is part of your message. You can go to Google and look up what an osprey. An osprey is one that will, even in a clash of wills, still acts in his integrity, in his kind. See what he's doing? He holds himself still in the air. He uses the current Cormorants are part of your message as well, and they're all on the move. The cormorant says, don't work for another and let them keep what you have worked hard for. Okay? Everyone's on the move right now. Everyone's on the move right now. So get busy and get active. Do it yourself, right? Don't wait for another. The one that trusts you is the osprey. The osprey is the one that, if there's a clash of wills between you and the osprey or someone else, that one trusts you. Every time I said something about the one for you, the osprey showed up. Now, right now, there's a swarm of seagulls all swarming down at the dock house. So they're swarming. He can see things from above. He can see things from a higher perspective, this one. This is one you do well to watch, pay attention to. He's going to go after what he needs. He's watching. He's not, you know what? He's not concerned with everybody and everything that everyone else is doing. There's a lot of activity going on, but that one has got a mission that they're on. They're surveying the circumstances. They're surveying what's going on. They can see things from a higher perspective. And when they get to the place where they can see what they want, they dive on it. Now they use the wind to lift them up. And so the wind, you think about the eagle, this is a diving eagle, uses the storm to lift itself higher, right? So whatever difficulty there is, use that to propel you forward. Sometimes you have to have a challenge and it makes you move, it makes you act, right? In the water, all the cormorants landed in the water and the seagulls started circling the cormorants. All that activity, but this one is focused on what their job is, what they need to do. You're being called to trust. If this is one that's on your team, you can trust them. They don't allow themselves to be distracted. No matter what anybody else is doing. That one, you can count on that one. Man, I don't even want to take my eyes away from it. Your next message is coming from the romance angels. Correct for neutrality. Oh, that was fast. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. This could be past, even people that have passed into spirit. You're holding on to something from the past. Or this could be your spirit family coming to help you. Release whatever it is that's holding you back so that you can live a more productive life. So that you can fly free. Okay, that was Capricorn. Damn, you got a lot. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who are looking for an answer from Taurus. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Taurus, what is the message for Taurus people? For Taurus? Correct for neutrality on all levels. For Taurus people. How fun. Not too many, I just want one. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. Taurus, your desire is within reach. Have faith. Everything is working in your favor. So lighten up your energy. Have faith. Your desire is within your reach. So if you need to call upon spirit to help buoy your faith, this is purple, right? This is spiritual. Call on all low-flying angels. She's calling someone in. Pay attention to the music. I always say choose something that helps. Right then, I just saw a hummingbird. Okay, hold on. The hummingbird is sitting on the top of a branch. It's not moving. It's just sitting there. It's relaxing. You don't have to do anything. Your desire is within reach. You're being told to just sit patient. It's coming to you. And right when I say that, the osprey shows up again. Okay? The hummingbird was right there. He was sitting on the branch. And I said, sit and be patient. He's coming towards you. And there comes the osprey. So that's the opportunity that you're waiting for, right? It's upon you soon. Important information is pending. I love to watch him dive. It's amazing. So he's going to punctuate, or birds, they will all punctuate for each message. There's healing that maybe needs to take place. It's all working, or maybe there's healing that's taking place at this time. It's happening, and it's working in your favor. So that's all you need to know. You don't have to do anything right now. Allow it to come to you. And the answer is yes. Whatever your question was, the answer is yes. As far as romance angels, nope, too many. For Taurus, correct for neutrality on all levels. For Taurus, it's time for a retreat. It's either time to step back. That hummingbird was resting, right? It wasn't going anywhere. What you wanted was coming. Maybe in order to bring it about, this is something that you should do with another. The answer is yes. If you're wondering if you should go on a retreat, the answer is yes. It also is telling you to back off. Perhaps it doesn't mean that you're going together on a retreat. It might be that while you're on a retreat, you meet someone. But it's definitely time to disconnect from the world. Get out into nature, disconnect. This one is out in nature. This one's relaxing. That hummingbird was relaxing. Everyone else was busy, but the hummingbird wasn't moving, right? And your message is to retreat, so you were the hummingbird. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose Virgo as their focus message, Virgo, what is a message for Virgo? Virgo might be your moon sign, might be your sun sign, might be your rising sign, might be your Venus, I don't know. Correct for neutrality on all levels for Virgo. Travel. An upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. And you're not going alone, it doesn't look like, or you've got someone to assist you at least. Someone's lighting the way. She's lighting the way. The divine masculine is there as well, because that is the royal stag. That's a message. Now, when I said that, that's the royal stag, the divine masculine, the dog barked, okay? So your message is look up stag totem. You may be the divine masculine. Bark, bark. This one's got flowers, like she's got a bouquet of flowers and a spring dress and there's flowers in her hair. They're celebrating, it's happy, it's positive. Upcoming trip proves life-changing in positive ways. So it's basically, Spirit says you're gonna go on a trip. If you're not aware of this trip, or even if you are aware of this trip, ask Spirit to help you fund whatever it is that you needed as far as money to go, gas money, places to stay, getting there, meals while you're there, your work while you're gone, animals that need to be taken care of, your job that needs to be covered for somebody. Call on Spirit to make the way and figure it all out for you and understand that it's going to happen. Correct for neutrality. If you were thinking about going on a trip, the answer is yes, right? It's going to prove life-changing in positive ways. Not the right time for something else. Spirit says, we're not saying no, or it could be this. We'll get the next message and see. An upcoming trip. It doesn't mean it's right now. It might be coming in a week or two. This could say it's not the right time right now. We need a few more things to get in order before that can happen. Allow the pieces of the puzzle to fall together, and then you'll be able to move forward, right? Because it affects other people, so it has to work in for the benefit of everyone involved. It's not just you. Remember, there's someone else involved here, somebody that you need to meet. So maybe Spirit needs to orchestrate things so everybody gets to the same place at the right time, right? I'm saying, okay, so my question for myself, I'll just give an example, was do I need to stay and get that trailer ready to go? Is that the trip when I get that done? Or am I gonna go, give that a rest right now, and then we'll finish that later? Maybe it's two completely separate things. You need to ask yourself as well. If you would like to go deeper into your messages, you could get a private reading. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. And I fit my private readings in immediately before my hotline. I mean, I work for them. They take half my platform, and then I pay my own taxes. So I really don't make anything on that website. So my personal readings, I make a priority. Correct for neutrality. For Virgo, what is your message here to support these other two? Correct for neutrality. That was a message in itself. What's the message to support these other two? So there's two that are being supported by you, perhaps, that somebody else needs to take care of so that you can go on this trip. It's not the right time for, I don't know. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Maybe you need to go on a trip to meet up with, or maybe while you're on your trip, you're gonna meet. No, you've already met them. This could be the one. So maybe you're supposed to go there and see this one, or maybe you're supposed to go together. It's not the right time for maybe you to support those other two that you're supporting. Interesting. Now, this could be the one. It all remains to be seen how things unfold, right? Maybe you need to go on a trip together, or maybe you need to go check something out in order to see, maybe you're somewhere else and you need to be where that one is, so you need to take a trip and scout things out. Maybe that's why it's not the right time for you to be with this one. Maybe you got to get that done first, or I don't know. We'd have to look into it deeper and see. Okay, that was for earth energy. So for water energy, correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who are inquiring with water energy, and I am, Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose water as their focus, Pisces, everything is okay. It's actually better than you think. Spirit says, take your hands off of it. Get out of the way. You've asked for help. Now allow it to happen. It'd be better if you took your hands off of whatever you're doing. It's actually working out much better than you think. It may not appear that way on the surface. Surrender. They want you to surrender. Surrender to your feelings. Surrender to what is. It's not maybe the way you want it to be. It is the way it is. So surrender. Maybe that's literally something that needs to happen in instead of forcing an agenda, instead of trying to control it, surrender. Correct for neutrality in all levels. They're also out in nature, right? Connecting in nature. They're also beseeching. They're also speaking. Oops, sorry. From the heart. The heart is highlighted. Heart chakra might need to be cleared and balanced. You might have a block there. So ask for a cleansing, a clearing. The butterflies around the halo represent transformation. Full transformation. Those butterflies are fully formed, and there's many different colors. So connect to the colors. What are the colors that matter to you? What are the colors that jump out to you? Crystals of those colors mean something. Blue is communication. Maybe you need to speak your truth. Yellow is stay optimistic. It's right at your crown. It's right at the crown. Yellow. Divine masculine, forward movement, happiness, right? Nothing grows without the sun. That's the yellow. The pink that's hanging down. These are foxgloves. I love foxgloves. Pink all around, which is love. So self-love, love for others. What would love say? What would love do? She's definitely in a forest. It's quite thick in there. Correct for neutrality on all levels. So what is the message that coordinates with this? Correct for neutrality. Pigeons keep flying around me today. Not the doves, the pigeons. They're going fast. It's up to you. Something is up to you. It's your choice. Now, everything's working out okay, but you can affect this. Your energy affects this situation. You can make things move quicker by holding a positive mindset, by surrendering to the situation instead of trying to push wet spaghetti up a hill, instead of trying to fight something or trying to block. Maybe you're blocking, right? It's up to you. There's protection. Your energy can uplift or negate the situation. Or maybe this is your choice. Maybe it's up to you to make a move, right? Take your hands off of something, stop trying to control it, but maybe there's something that you need to make a choice about. You're waiting for somebody else to do something, and Spirit says it's up to you in regards to something. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality, like where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? Honeymoon, who do you want to marry? Where would you like to go on a trip? Enjoy the bliss of Hollywood. I would definitely not enjoy the bliss in Hollywood. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So maybe get away from Hollywood. Enjoy the bliss, so together, right? It's up to you. Everything's great. It's better than you think. Maybe you've got a negative mindset in regards to that, but it's actually much better than you realize, and you're supposed to enjoy a holiday together. Now, maybe somebody's coming over water, or maybe you need to travel over water to meet somebody. There's a full moon there. We have a full moon coming up. Full moon rising. Maybe it has something to do with the moon. The moon also casts shadows, which bring about illusions and doubt and fear, which might make you not realize that everything's actually a lot better than you think. It's not completely clear when the moon shines down. You need to see it in the daylight, right? When the sun gets rid of all of the shadows. It's also telling you that you're safe on your emotional waters, to express yourself, to look into it, because look at the size of the angel's wings that's navigating your ship across your emotional waters. You're moving forward across emotional waters towards bliss. It's up to you if you want it, right? For those who chose water, we're going to Scorpio. Correct for neutrality, Scorpio. Correct for neutrality, Scorpio. Scorpio, it's interesting. He came, just the first part, right? Everything's calmed down now. There was a lot of movement at first, and now it's gotten much more peaceful. I still have a lot of water birds, but everybody's just kind of chilling. When that osprey showed up, everyone started moving. So he's the leader of the pack. Yep, confirmation right there. Did you hear the bird call out when I said that? He's the leader. So that kind of shows me something. People are kind of fooling around until the big boss arrives, and then everybody gets moving. You might want to keep that in mind, right? Make sure that you're doing your work, you're getting your work done. Make sure you're doing what you need to do. Don't worry so much about what's going on in another person's garden. Make sure you're cleaning your own garden. get prepared, perhaps, right? So that you don't have to have a big hysterical runaround or panic at the last moment, right? I just heard slow and steady wins the race. There's certain things, like I'm gonna be cleaning the J-rail up here in my room, because those things I can do. I was like waiting for that guy to show up, give me a price on framing the back end, and he blew us off again for the, you know, and I thought, you know what, I built the box all the way around that trailer. I did it. The guys didn't do it, I did it. I put the floor down, the guys didn't do it, I did it. So what's stopping me from doing other parts of it? So do what you can, do your part. Now, the other message is you're not an expert in everything, right? You don't have to be. So there's other people that maybe are around you, and you can, together you can figure something out. Two hands make light work. Who do you need to forgive? This is something that might be causing a problem for you. Who do you need to forgive, yourself or someone else? I saw that this morning, there were pelicans all over the bay. And I was frustrated, right? And I saw them all floating there, and I said, they're holding on to something. And something occurred this morning for me, and it was something attached to somebody from 13 years ago. And Spirit kept saying to me, release your ex. And I thought, who? I haven't had an ex in forever. Well, it was my ex from 13 years ago. There was energy attached. And there was something that needed to be released. There was energy in there that needed to be expressed, and I didn't know who it was until today. Now I realize who it is. And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with either one. There was just something there. There was a cord there that needed to be released, or there was something that needed to come up and be expressed or looked at and understood. So it happened. Mercury retrograde is classic for that. I see 3 seagulls circling. So freedom, you're not going to be free if you're holding on to resentment, right? Those pelicans were all floating on their emotional waters. They weren't flying. They were weighted down by unforgiveness, by something that was, maybe someone was not forgiving of them. Maybe there's somebody holding a grudge against you. You didn't even know it, but they weren't going anywhere. They needed to drop their burden. So it's also up to you, right? You can cut the cord on your end. You can forgive on your end and release it. Now these 3 are flying high, these symbols of freedom, right? But also 3, the Ascended Masters are working with you to help you. Who do you need to forgive? They can help you. Release feelings of anger, release feelings of frustration and fear even. As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. Are you annoyed about something? Did something come up recently and it triggered this, and when that got triggered, you said that? There's something that you're holding on to. I knew that there was something that I was holding on to. Somebody owed me a lot of money. It was supposed to come to me. I had given that, right? And it should have come back to me, and it never did. And it's never going to come from that source. So I need to release it and just let it go. It doesn't help me to hold that feeling of resentment. So who did I need to forgive? Myself for holding on to it and that situation, right? When you can do that, it releases the burden. And if there's something that you're feeling, hurt feelings, somebody triggers something within you, and you stuff it, you don't say anything about it, you hold on to it, that breeds resentment inside, and that weighs you down. So I expressed myself. Something came up, and I said, you know, we're friends. We should be able to talk about this, so this is what I'm feeling. And it was addressed. And it was not something that somebody, you know, did on purpose to hurt me. But it happened, and it really hurt me, and it triggered a lot of things. And I said, I know I'm being triggered to look at certain things. I'm not that person. I'm not that person. Don't treat me that way. Well, that's not necessarily what they were doing, but it triggered something. You felt that way, so there was a resentment or a feeling of something that needed to be released, right? So many things. Who are we talking to? Scorpio. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Perfect timing. It's the perfect timing to forgive. It's the perfect timing if you're asking, when should I do this? Is this something that I need to do? Yes. Who do you need to forgive? Now's the time to do it. It's the perfect time. It's also telling you that something is coming, yes, but there's an hourglass right here. It's also happening in divine timing. It's not something that you can control. There's a lot that we can't control. And it's frustrating for people who are doers and ones that are masters of their life, right? Very prolific manifestors, and all of a sudden something's just not going, and it gets frustrating. I can tell you, as this little pony wants to move forward and I'm being stumped and being held back, it's very clear to me that the tide is out and I'm on dry sand. I'm not going to be surfing any wave until that water comes back in, right? So chill. Who do you need to forgive? Spend some time in meditation. Ask. Sometimes you don't know. Show me. I asked yesterday, who is it? Show me. Wow, I didn't expect what I got. It wasn't at all what I expected. So right now, you're being told to retreat. Who do you need to forgive? You've got resentment or anger within you. You may not even realize it. It could be that there's somebody else in your life. Remember, this is you or someone close to you. So there could be someone else that's resenting you. There's somebody else that is holding feelings of unforgiveness. That's what I was getting. I wasn't resenting this person, but I was resenting something else. So they were resenting something about me, and I was holding on to a resentment about something different, but it was the same person. So as I forgive that loosens that energy, right? I'm not attached to that anymore. I retreat from that. I pull back from that. This is the perfect time to go on a retreat. As it's time to disconnect from the world, it may be time to shut off of your computer, step away from people, disconnect from the world, period. It is the perfect time to do this. And while you're there, you may find yourself it may be easier for you, as I just said that, easier for you to release when you're feeling more relaxed. As I said that, hiccup. So that's a hiccup. A hiccup is like a bump along the way, right? A hiccup. A bird dove into the water, so that's emotional waters, right? Dive down deep. Sometimes it's stressful when you're doing that. So when you need something to come up, or if something is up that you need to deal with and you need to allow it to flow, maybe you need to go to a place where you can just kind of, your body can relax. You've got too much coming at you from the outside, right? Just heard go to a power place. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Who do we do? So now we do Cancer. Correct for neutrality on all levels. If you've been sick, right? Good time to retreat. Forgive your body if you're mad at your body. Cancer is just your body eating itself from the inside out. It's anger. It's stored anger, resentment, bitterness. We all have it in our body. We need to control it. We control it by controlling our mind. Correct for neutrality. The greatest master finds peace even amidst chaos, right? Correct for neutrality. These are all messages I hear, for every one of these messages for myself. That's why I say I take all of these. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who are connecting with a Cancer or for themselves. Admit your feelings to yourself. Admit the truth of your feelings. Be honest with yourself. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. A lot of times we don't even admit to ourselves what it is that we really want, what it is that we really require. We may focus on a fantasy version of reality. We may say, I'll give an example since I'm a counselor for couples. I love the way that guy dresses. I love the way that person speaks to their friends and to strangers. We eat the same way. We have the same kind of interests. We could be perfect together. But then there's a whole list of other things. This person's extremely controlling. This person is very, very jealous. This person doesn't trust you when you're out of their sight. So those three things negate all of those other things, right? You're focusing only on that and you're thinking, oh, we could have been perfect together. It would have been great together. No, it wouldn't have been, and that's why it isn't. Because you're only focusing on, you're not being realistic, right? So you need to be honest with yourself. What matters to you? What matters to you? What is imperative for you in your life? What is it that you cannot do without? What is it that you must have? Be honest with yourself. It makes a difference. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Admit your true feelings and don't feel like you're being selfish. Get greedy. It's your life. It's not someone else's life, it's yours. What's the truth of the matter? What is it that you want? I do not want a city. I want nature. I want connection to the outer world. I want like-minded souls. It doesn't work for me to be in a place like Las Vegas or Los Angeles or New York. It won't work for me. It won't work for me. That's the truth. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the greatest, highest energy of all. What you see here is both of them protecting themselves. He's got his arms folded, which is typical body language that says, don't come near me, don't touch me. He's afraid to touch. He's afraid to reach out, or too proud to reach out, perhaps. She's like, I'm out of here. Her horse is going fast, and Spirit's saying, hold on. They're whispering in her ear, hold on, hold on. He's looking back at you. He hasn't said anything yet, but we want you to look at things from a higher perspective. Maybe it's not what you're thinking. Maybe it's not that he's being stubborn and not reaching out. What is the reason? He's trying to protect himself, just like you are, so you're mirroring one another. So if you relax your need to protect, you'll find the energy moves the same on the other side. So be honest with yourself. Be truly honest. Do you want this love or do you not? Are you someone who's playing games? Be honest. What is it that you're seeing? Be honest with what's being shown to you, right? You can have all the greatest intentions in the world. This person could want to be with her. She could want to be with him. But if they don't speak and they don't reach out, what's the point? Nobody goes anywhere, right? So be honest. You're being told it's safe to love, but it's not happening. Why isn't it happening? Correct for neutrality. Only you know what it is that you need. Maybe you need to say something, right? Maybe you need to speak up and say, honestly, truthfully, what I require. I require this. I need that. Now, is there a possibility that we could compromise somehow? Well, I don't know, but nothing's going to happen if no one's speaking. That's the problem there. There's something better coming, okay? There's something better coming. This one is not speaking. This one is not opening up. Neither is she. There's something better coming. So admit your true feelings to yourself. Be honest with yourself. It could be that, or it could be there's something better coming than you even realize. Maybe you're not expecting enough for yourself. Maybe you're not, I say that a lot. I need to ask more for myself. I cut myself short way too often, right? So be honest with what it is that you require. I deserve better, right? I deserve to be whatever it is. I want this. It's not something that is unreasonable. It matters. It's what I require in order to be happy. I'm not gonna work for somebody else and not get paid. I'm not gonna kill myself at a job that doesn't support me. I'm good at what I do, right? So I expect to be compensated. As I say that, the whole time I was saying that, the cormorant was flying above. Free. The cormorant is the one that they often put a ring around their neck and force them to work for them. But they are not allowed to keep anything that they bring in. It's like where I work, right? I work for them and I'm not allowed to keep it. That's not good enough for me. I need better than that. I require better than that. So that needs to shift in a positive way. I call in private readings, right? My own, not working for them. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What have we done? We have done water, we have done earth, we're gonna go to fire energy. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Fire energy, we start with Sagittarius, the Archer. Correct for neutrality on all levels. My Uncle Phil's a Sagittarius. Correct for neutrality on all levels. This is interesting. These two came together and I was gonna give you only one, but they go together, so I'm going to give you both. Business venture, debt paid off. Look at how it is. One's upside down. Debt's not paid off. But there's a business venture it's gold in your pocket. So the message is, the old weight of debt is lifted from you and your life. What did I just finish talking about, right? I'm not a Sagittarius, but I take all these messages. Trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. There could be an opportunity coming and you may not think that you can do this. I was shown you're gonna be given an opportunity and it's gonna challenge you, but you can do it. It wouldn't come if you weren't able to. Look how much gold, right? It's coming from the middle of the earth. There's plenty. These are little fairies that are helping you out. Look at the amethyst. You need to work with amethyst at this time. Amethyst, it's a high spiritual stone, the color, period. And amethyst is calming, it's peaceful, it's protective energy. You're in an amethyst mine here. Debt paid off. So it's proactively speaking. I have no debt. I just paid off my credit card. And it's interesting because I'll say, people say, well, I don't have the money to do this. Well, you can put it on your credit card. I don't like owing anything. I don't like debt because you have to pay interest on it. It's just a heavy weight, right? Oh, I've got $5,000 in my bank account. Okay, but you owe $4,000 or you owe $6,000 on your credit card, right? Mine's paid off. So maybe that's a message. You need to tie up some loose ends, pay off some old credit cards, cut them up. Don't ring up some debt. You've got to pay attention to how debt has affected your life. Don't be out buying things, spending and accumulating things and putting it on credit, right? This was upside down, so you're not handling this well. Maybe you're thinking, oh, well, this will bring it in. My message has always been, if I don't have it, I don't spend it. I don't like to do it. That's why I said I want to go home. I want to go home and see my soul family. There was the time that I could just buy a ticket. Well, you could put it on your credit card. I could, but I'm not going to unless Spirit tells me to do it, right? And it'll come again in a million different ways. Who am I working with? Sagittarius. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Sagittarius. Did you hear what I just said? Who am I working with? Sagittarius. So I may be working with a Sagittarius. Codependencies are affecting your life. Someone is codependent on you, or you may be codependent on another. And it's an addiction, and it's affecting your life. Now, it could just be that there is somebody that has an addiction that is codependent on someone that is connected to you in your life, so it affects your life. It can go down like that, right? There's somebody that's codependent. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So it could be that why am I not finding someone for myself? Well, where do you hang out? At bars? Addictions. Could be alcohol, right? It's not the right environment to find a partner. It's that song, a club isn't a place, something blah, 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 so the bar is where I go. Well, you go to the bar, you're gonna find that caliber of people at a bar. It's toxic energy. Bars are toxic energy. She's sitting there waiting. Waiting. Why are you waiting? That's codependency. Why are you waiting on somebody else? You need to pay off debt. Stop spending all your money on alcohol. Get going on a business venture. You've got something, you have a plan. You've got something in your head. Stop procrastinating. Move forward on it. It's gonna. If you're wondering if it's gonna be successful, yeah, totally successful. But there's a problem. Maybe you're in a partnership with somebody who has addictions. They need to go. That's what's causing debt. Maybe somebody is upside down in debt. Somebody that you're codependent on or is codependent on you. And it doesn't matter how hard you work. You're upside down in debt because you're paying someone else's debt off. There are issues here. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who are asking about Leo energy, correct for neutrality for the Leos. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I just heard switch up your partnership. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Seek out new. For Leos, what is the message for the most amount of Leos that are watching? Practice, practice, practice. You don't get good at anything if you don't practice it. Interesting, I know a Leo and he's a musician, so he would know more than anyone. The more you practice, the better you get, right? You polish your skills, your talents, and you become more confident with what you're doing because you're good at it. Why are you good at it? Because you do it all the time. It's the same thing with me. I'm not sitting here reading with a book, right? I look at these cards, I'm paying attention to what's going on, I'm listening to what's coming in my higher self. The more I do it, the more comfortable I am. It wasn't like this at the beginning. I was terrified to read, especially in front of a camera, right? But you could just read the card. You could see what's on here. This one's playing a musical instrument. This one is listening. Play your music louder, she'll hear you. You're getting attention for the music that you play. There's love, maybe love songs. A love song. There's green all around them. Beautiful garden. They're inside a secret garden. This fairy has rainbow-colored wings. So, remember I talked about letting your wings out? What do your wings look like? Do they need to be aired out? What kind of wings do you have? Why do they look the way they do? What is the purpose of the way they're designed? In order for you to do what? This unicorn's wearing a necklace around its neck, and the crystal in the center of it is green. What is your crystal? Is it beryl crystal? Is it amethyst? Amethyst? Why would I say amethyst? Amethyst is purple. Why would I say amethyst? Amethyst is a protective stone for psychic protection. Amethyst is a calming stone. So amethyst helps you sleep. So if you've got a green crystal, I would say a beryl, aquamarine, cool, calming, peaceful. That would help you sleep. It's a healing color, the green, your heart chakra. I don't know why I said that. Maybe it means something to you. Saying something, maybe you're saying one thing, but you're meaning something different. Or maybe something's coming out of your mouth and you don't even know why you said it. Why did I say that? Maybe that needs to be addressed. Something came out of my mouth. It just came out. So I was thinking beryl. What came out of my mouth was amethyst. So someone else is thinking that. Clear my energy. Clear my energy, please. Can you do a sweep, Archangel Michael? Thank you. Clear my energy. I want it to be my own. Okay, daily practice. Practice your skills. Your confidence will increase. Practice, practice, practice. Maybe you're supposed to play to a private crowd. Yeah, like I said, I want to read for private. I want private clients. I like that better, right? Than working on a hotline. That's not my thing. I appreciate it for now in the meantime, but my phone line's been on this whole time. It's not ringing right now. My career is transitioning. So it could be that's what they're telling you. Your career is transitioning. Maybe you're going to be more of a one-on-one, a private setting. You definitely have the attention of one. This unicorn has blue eyes. The unicorn is innocent. The unicorn is maybe looking to you for guidance. The unicorn is actually quite intelligent. It's got its third eye highlighted with a diamond horn. It understands the importance of crystals, understands the importance of flower essences. They're around flowers. Flower essences would be very helpful at this time. The flowers that are all around the bottom of their feet are hibiscus flowers, hothouse flowers. Maybe you need to be in a different environment. Maybe you need to be in a warmer environment, playing to a private crowds, garden parties. I don't know, I can't keep going for you because I've got others to do. That's another message. I can't keep going for you because I've got others to do. Big happy changes are occurring in your life, always for the better. Good idea to call upon Spirit for help with these changes. And 4 pigeons flew by, 4. The angels are all around you, completely guiding, protecting, and loving you. There's no reason for fear. Practice, gain your confidence. You have skill. People pay attention to you, they listen to you. You're good at what you do. You're not possibly confident enough because perhaps you have only played, maybe you've only played in a small setting. Maybe you need to go outside of that garden. The opposite of that, right? Big happy changes are happening here. So when I get big happy changes, it's a new job, a new relationship, a new home, a new car, a baby. It's like a major change. This is a major change, and it's a big one, and it's positive. You're throwing your arms up for joy. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Woo. Express your love. Go ahead and express yourself. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Well, this one is singing a love song. There's a necklace and flowers around this one. They have, they're only looking, the one is looking at the other, right? You need to go ahead and make a romantic gesture and express yourself. Maybe you need to, that's what I said. Do you need to sing romantic songs? Do you need to play romantic songs? Do you need to express yourself in a romantic way? You will get their attention. Play your song louder. They'll hear you. I heard that, right? If you want to go deeper, you know what? We can go deeper by getting a private reading. I can get very specific. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For Aries. For Aries. Correct for neutrality. Wow, the wind sure came in when the Aries came up. And there are, again, the 4 flying by. 3 together and then 1 joined. I called upon my mom today. I said, okay, I'm calling on my mom. Calling on all low-flying angels. You know what I need, bring it. Come on, Mom. You're the one who felt it was so important, and I'm asking for it now. I agree with you, bring it. Look at how much energy is starting to move. For Aries people, correct for neutrality. Aries people, too many, just 1. For Aries people. Ask your angels. I just did, right? I got this angel right above me, Archangel Michael. I've got Archangel Metatron. I've already called him in this morning. I asked him to clear and balance my chakras. I asked Metatron to protect. As I said, you know, sometimes you know where you're at and you got to get to a different place, but you can't get there quite yet. So maybe you've got toxic energy. Like for me, I said to my landlord, we both need out of here. It's not each other so much as where we are. This is a dead zone. It's a flat zone. It's very beautiful, but it's not energetically profitable is the word. This is a retirement community. This is not a profitable place for a way shower, a forward goer, right? So it may be beautiful, but it may be time to move forward. So I said, I'm asking for, you know what I need. So ask your angels, get specific, a place, help me get to the place, the perfect place, easily, comfortably, that I can afford. Give me the job that supports it, my private readings, or whatever it is that you see that I don't see, that my cats are able to go to. Bring it. I need your help, Mom. You know what I need. Bring it. Bring me a loving partner. Wow. And when I said that, a dove went flying like 100 miles an hour right at me. Bring me a loving partner. I want a romantic partner. I want to work with my partner. What do you want? Ask your angels. They're listening. They're always listening. It doesn't mean that we're going to get instantaneous results, but when we put our requests out, at least they know what to work with. So you need to get really specific. You got to figure out, first of all, what are your preferences? What are the preferences? I like Cambria. I like Morro Bay. I like Sedona. I like the mountains. But where will I find the most amount of people with a spiritual energy, a positive spiritual energy? Where would the best place be for me? Sometimes it would surprise you. Correct for neutrality. But if you choose several options, you'll be happy with one, right? Hawaii, Maui. I'd love Maui. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For Aries people, correct for neutrality on all levels. And there's a little wish going by right now, feathers going by. So your most important desire, what would it be? For me, it would be love. Because if I had somebody as a partner with me, it would make everything much more easier because there's at least each other to support, right? It's important to me. It's been a long time. That's what I require. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. And then if there's something that we require, maybe there's things that we need to take care of in order for us to have, to draw towards us the best loving partner. Because maybe there's a lot of issues that you need to work through, or hang-ups, or things that need to be cleared away. Otherwise, you're vibrating at a different frequency. So I need to have somebody vibrating on my same frequency. If I'm not doing well, I'm at a lower frequency. I don't want to have that come towards me, right? I want myself in higher. So then I've got to keep myself in an area, in an environment, in a vibration that supports that. So that's where I want to be. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Aries, connect with nature. That's what I love, right? Connect with nature. You are rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outside. It's clear. When I do my readings outside, I don't have any negative energy. That's what I was going to say. This is a dead zone, right? But a true master finds peace even amidst chaos. Okay, you're like, there's no chaos around you. You don't know what the energy is around. But I can shift the energy within my own space, right? And how can I do that? By doing what I'm doing. This is positive. It's also, yes, look at me climbing a tree. That's my favorite thing to do. It takes me right back to when I was a little kid. Somebody will fly there to join you. See the butterfly, the green butterfly? That is healed, that has love. And look at you, covered in love. And look at you with a necklace of pearls, all the wisdom that you have gleaned. You can relax now. You've fully transformed. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Aries people. It does. It smells great out here. It feels good out here. It's relaxing. If your body is relaxed, your mind's relaxed. Everything's relaxed, and then the energy is relaxed, and then everything flows much better. You find amazing after you have a break like that, how things shift. These are 3, so I can't take 3. I don't even want 3. I just want 1. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Aries, there we go. Okay, well, there's a reconciliation. Somebody from your past is returning to your life. When I look at this message, I see past life. It could be a past life reconnection. It could be someone that you've never met before. No, this man is in the physical. So I'm a woman, so I'm reading for me. Spirit's reading for me, right? So that would be me as the feminine. That man is flesh and blood. He's coming from behind her. She's surrendering. She's leaning back. She's not running towards him. She's waiting for him to appear, right? There's been a lot of storm clouds, but the sun is just starting to come out. Oh, message, right? The divine masculine is the sun. So there's someone from your past returning to your life. Now, it doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It could be a family member. It could be anyone in your past. But you're comfortable with them. If you want to look deeper, we can look deeper. Someone is returning back into your life. You can ask Spirit for a sign. Who is it that's returning into your life? Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Okay, so now we do air elements, right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Air elements. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I wish there was more water in Sedona. Correct for neutrality on all levels. There's a ton of water underneath Sedona. Walk away. Oh, I didn't say who it is. Air element. I'm sorry, I didn't say who it is. I'll have to put it back. Gemini. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Gemini. You might be of two minds about something, right? Like the Gemini. Correct for neutrality on all levels. When I think of Gemini, I think of the scales balancing too, right? Two sides. Seeing two sides of an issue. Gemini. Seeing things from a different perspective, like I was saying about my little trailer. I was getting granite, and I thought I had to have it matching, but it doesn't have to match. I've realized that I've got a beautiful marble table here, right? Look at all the colors that are lying on my marble table. It doesn't look a mess, it looks beautiful. This is natural stone. So things don't always have to match up equally. They don't have to be the same. They don't even have to coordinate. They can be completely different and go very well together, right? Complement. Correct for neutrality. It's just all in your perspective. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Gemini, what is your message for Gemini? For the most amount of Geminis that will be seeing this. You've got the power. Look at that little one walking the tightrope. Now to somebody else, that might be almost impossible or impossible, but not for you. You can do it. You have balance. What did I say? Balance. Balancing the scales. Use your abilities to resolve this situation. You can do it. You have the ability to bring balance to this situation. You might feel like you're walking on a tightrope in order to do it, but you can do it if you focus. Put on your thinking cap. Look at that, your crown. You've got a little mouse, field mouse, watching from behind you. That little mouse has got your back. The mouse is paying attention to details. There's a ladybug down here that says your wishes can be fulfilled, but it's not necessarily the way you may say it has to be done. Spirit will decide. There's a dragonfly that says, see past the illusion, see through the deception. Hold on to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams that you get at night. They're giving you information. 1, 2, 3, 4 butterflies in transformation, full transformation. You've got the power. Use your abilities, your psychic abilities, your intuitive abilities, your empathic abilities, your skill, the knowledge that you have accrued up until this time, your connections. Correct for neutrality. Your words, use your words. Life's tough, better wear a helmet. Put the helmet on, protect your crown. Be careful of what you're saying, what you're putting in your mind. I can do anything I set my mind to. I have the ability to get to see this done. If I can't do it, I know who can. And I will draw that perfect person, perfect situation, perfect opportunity towards me. And then I'll know I won't miss it because I'll see it and I'll act. Nope, 2. I only need 1. Correct for neutrality, Gemini. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Remember, pay attention to what you're thinking. She's holding up yellow flowers. She's offering. She's giving. So that's another message. Stay positive. Get your mind being grateful. This is giving back, right? When you give, you get. So give back, maybe. And the color is yellow, so friendship. Who's helped you along the way? Maybe there's somebody that has helped you. Maybe someone will help you in regards to this. Who is it? A friend that you could count on. There were flowers that she could have chosen from. There were pink ones, there were orange ones, there were peach ones, but she picked up the yellow ones. She picked up the yellow ones, the friendship, the divine masculine, the optimistic, happy. She picked up the daisy flowers, the hippie flowers. Daisy is the flower of the Aries people. So it could be a friend, an Aries friend. It's also showing me that there's a statue up here that's immobile. So are you giving your friendship to the wrong people? You've got love wrapped around your head. Look at the green, the healing. Maybe you've just gone through a healing. Maybe you've gone through a difficult situation. Spirit says stay optimistic. Keep your thinking positive. Heal those thoughts in your mind. You've got the power, right? Well, that one flipped out. And you have an opportunity that's going to be coming. Opportunity is either information, it could be I mean, the gold coins are falling from heaven, so it's just positive. It's gold, right? Look at the color of the flowers, yellow. So positive thoughts bring positive results is the message. There's an opportunity coming. Just put your hands up and say thank you. Be grateful. Thank you for bringing me the perfect romantic partner. Thank you for showing me the way. Thank you for the support that I need. Thank you for sending me in the direction where I am supported. Thank you for showing me who's fake and plastic so I can send it and expend my energy in a positive way. Thank you for paying attention to thinking and speaking thoughts that are healing to my body. Thank you for helping me heal. Again, you want to look deeper, www.theangelswhisper.com, sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. If you are new to my channel and you like this, please click like, subscribe, and share. This channel needs to grow. It's way too small. It's not getting enough attention. It needs a lot more attention. You got to press the all button too. I appreciate your comments. I answer them, all of them. I look forward to them. And I appreciate you coming and listening. And I appreciate you taking the time to put your words down, because if somebody takes time to write something out, they should be responded to. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Who do we do? We did Gemini. Aquarius. Aquarius energy. Aquarius. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Aquarius. My stalks smell so good. This is a pink stalk behind me right here. And on the ground below me, I have white stalks with my cat's catnip. So the cats get to have what they like, and I get to have what I want. So there's a message too. Is there something that you can do that's a win-win for more than you? My cats need a yard. Safe yard, but they need a yard. It's another one of my requests. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Aquarius. No, one, please. Thank you for helping me, Spirit. Thank you for giving me the right words. Thank you for dropping thoughts into my mind so that I can help in the most simple, understandable way. Thank you for showing me my own answers. Thank you for working with me, and thank you for protecting me and loving me. Thank you for hearing me, validating me, seeing me, understanding me, forgiving me. Thank you. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Marriage. This situation involves marriage. The fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss. I totally got a message out of that just alone. So you've got a whole bunch of, which I've never seen before. I've never really looked closely enough at this card. I've never really looked closely enough at this. There's a lot of people that are supportive of you. And it may not be who you think. It could be just, you could even just be the ones in the spiritual realm that are supporting and happy. There are ones that are looking down. They're playing, but they're your best man. I feel like your best man is in spirit. He's right behind you. See the green? And you're dressed in green. Healing, love, growth. There's another little couple down here that are dancing. I think that's you in a past life. They're dressed very, very differently. So this is a sacred bliss. There's support. You stand alone together, but there is support for you. There's a new moon. Aquarius. So the situation could involve marriage. It could be you may meet somebody at a wedding. It could be that you yourself are getting married. It could be that you have an issue in regards to marriage that needs to be healed. Somebody you know may be getting married. You may be going to a wedding soon. You may be the best man at somebody's wedding. Maybe that one behind, that spiritual one, is the best man for someone else that's getting married. Correct for neutrality on all levels. We'll know. We'll ask a little further. For Aquarius, listen to your intuition. What pops? When you first saw that card, what did that mean to you? Listen to your intuition. Maybe you're ignoring your intuition. You need to pay attention to what it's telling you. There are blue butterflies on the crown and yellow butterflies on the crown of this one. So yellow, worthy, the divine masculine. Blue, communication, truth, Archangel Michael. and your crown is covered by an angel itself. So keep spirit in the forefront. The gem this one holds is a beryl crystal. Emerald, healing, love. There's great healing and love. Maybe this is what's going on. There's a healing that's taking place because of marriage. Healing that needs to take place in a marriage. Healing in regards to, I said they address differently. So issues that, maybe marriage, your parents' wedding, healing in regards to that. I don't know what it is for you. Listen to your intuition. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I just keep hearing you are supported. And that may be the problem. Maybe your family and friends aren't supporting you, but spirit is. Correct for neutrality. You are supported by who matters. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Maybe you need to support someone else. Maybe somebody needs your support in regards to a wedding, to a marriage. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Aquarius. It kind of tortures me because I've heard in my head, I am Aquarius. Someone's saying that to me, I am Aquarius. And I'm like, okay. So it could be somebody that has an Aquarius moon or Aquarius rising. I don't know, my dad's Aquarius. So a healing in regards to what happened in regards to marriage because of your family. Could be a step-parent issue. I met somebody yesterday and they said that I'm having a little bit of an issue, and I said, what's the issue? And she said, my son is the best man for my ex-husband's wedding. And I thought, that's pretty cool. They're not, she says, we haven't been together forever, but it was a problem for her. But he was so close to his stepfather that even though they're split up, they still have a connection. He's going to be his best man. Maybe that's what's going on here, right? Maybe somebody else has a problem with you. But you listen to your intuition. You do what's in your highest good. She didn't like it. That doesn't matter. It's none of her business, right? That connection was strong. Obviously, that person was very important to that one. Both to each other. That he chose that young man to be his best man. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Maybe you need to ask somebody to marry you. Maybe you don't feel like you're supported and Spirit says, yeah, you are. Maybe you need to ask your stepdad, stepmother, step-aunt, I don't know. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Maybe that's not, soulmate popped out. This is your soulmate, yes. Express yourself. Maybe you have a difficult time expressing yourself. So maybe somebody can help you with that, right? Your stepdad, stepmom. What do I do? How do I say it? Make sure it's somebody that you feel that safe with, that you feel that you trust that way, right? They're so close, even though they're not together. He didn't go to his birth family, natural family. He went to the one that he cared about, that he knew cared about him. Okay, Aquarius, Libra. Correct for neutrality. In case you're wondering, I've got whale sounds in the background. I was talking to my girlfriend and she said, what's that creepy sound in the background? I'm like, really? She goes, it sounds like a horror movie. And I said, wow, it's not a horror movie, it's my whales and dolphins. And it's peaceful and calming. See, so to one person it might be, that sounds like a horror movie. To me, it's very peaceful and blissful. I was talking to my best friend and her husband is my ex-husband. And we're all friends, right? But he doesn't understand what I do, and he doesn't get it. To him, it's like, but it doesn't really, like to him, it's like, who are you? I don't even know who you are. And I'm like, well, who are you? We all change, we all grow, and I understand that you don't get it, but it matters to me, right? And she gets it, and that's all that matters to me. So there's an example. I'm friends with my ex-husband's wife. I helped them get together. Other people had a real problem with that. They didn't like that, and it could be, him saying, well, she was my best friend. Now because he said to her recently, well, so you're best friends. And in all reality, they're best friends, right? I'm just her friend and they're best friends. But it might've been like, well, this is kind of an odd situation now that once was my wife is now my wife's best friend. And other people think that that's not possible. You keep your friends close, your enemies closer. And I was shown today why this happened, and we talked about it. His wife and we talked about it because I hadn't seen him in a couple years. But we were discussing it, and I said, you know, so many people say that this isn't right, it's not appropriate, and that you keep me close because, you know, you keep your friends close, your enemies closer. And she said, you know better than that. And I said, yeah, you know, it would hurt me because I really felt that you were my friend. And she goes, I am your friend, and you're my friend. And maybe other people don't get that, but we don't have to worry about that. So, but what I got, and I said to her, you know what I'm being shown? I said, I think this is all happening because I'm being shown about the past. There could be somebody in my life that is connected to and is friends with their ex. But there are other people, because right after that I got a friend request by somebody who was a girl that wanted him before we got married and after, and has never been my friend. And I said, the timing, she says, wow, I got a call from that person. And I said, the timing of that is not a coincidence. So what it's showing me is, I said, wow, if you look at the circumstances, I am his ex, right? And that person was somebody that liked him before we got together. So and I don't want to form a friendship. We never were friends. It wasn't about me, it was about them together, right? She says, no. And I said, well, I think the difference is that there may be some people that you had been with in the past that are your friends. And it's good to be, you know, it's good. You can have a friendship with them. But then there's somebody else that liked them in the past that was never your friend, and they're trying to be now, and the situation is no, there's something that's not right there. So sometimes something that looks like it shouldn't is good, and something that looks like it shouldn't matter isn't. And if you don't understand that, that's okay, I get it. Aquarius, Gemini. Libra, did I say? Didn't I already do Gemini? I did Gemini first, right? So Libra, correct for neutrality, Libra. Libra. It's up to you. What should I do? It's up to you. Well, is this going to happen? I don't know. It's up to you. How is it up to me? Well, because if you're holding negative thoughts, you're going to push it away. If you're sending negative energy out, you're going to cause a block. You can shift energy in others in a positive way by sending love into the situation. It's up to you. It's your choice. It doesn't matter what they think. It's up to you. Well, maybe I should ask so-and-so. No, it's up to you. What do you want to do? It's up to you. Meaning it's up to you. I don't really care, right? One way or the other. Correct for neutrality. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. That's up to you. Maybe you need to be working somewhere else. Financial issues are a factor. Finances and career. So this person is out planting in the garden. There's only one person in that field. Maybe you need to get in there and do some work too. This one's already working. It's up to you. Or maybe you're working too hard and you need to take a break and get your hands in soil and get yourself grounded. It's up to you. The shift in your finances and your career is up to you. Are you happy where you are? It's up to you. You can affect this situation. Your love life is affected by your financial career. Maybe you're working all the time and that's causing a problem. Maybe you're spending too much money, or somebody is. Maybe you're working for everyone else. You're there. Somebody is there alone, right? Are you out there planting in your garden, having good fun while everybody else is working? I don't know. Correct for neutrality. Libra. Get in there and help. My daughter is a Libra, and she works with her husband. She's a hard worker. And she's a go-getter, and she gets it done, right? She's not going to sit at home while her husband's killing himself. They work together. So maybe you need to revamp things and work with your partner as a partner, right? It's up to you. What needs to change? Maybe it's your attitude. Maybe something is up to you. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Maybe it's just the way you look at it, right? Ask for what it is that you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. Maybe I'm not a mind reader, right? It's up to you. So I have a problem with this. Well, tell the universe what you want. Now, there are, again, two things where they're in the garden. This one's making a wish. I said earlier, make a wish, right? Send your request out to the universe and let Spirit bring it back. Let it go on the winds. Don't tell it where to go. Spirit will figure it out. When somebody maybe has made a wish for you, this is what I'm getting to right now. You might be able to help another. Somebody might be helping you. If this one blows this wish and all the little seeds go flying and they land in this soil and those flowers, that one can pick up those flowers from this one's wish. Ask for what you want. It's up to you. Finances and career. Be proactive. Pray. Let the person in your life know you're working too much. I need you with me. I'd like to work with you. I'd like to help you. I don't like your job. I don't want to be in that environment. I'm having a hard time right now. I'm exhausted. I need your support. I need some time off. I need some time, Spirit. I need some time to relax. I need to recharge. I need to get myself centered and grounded. I need to take some time to smell the flowers. But finances are an issue. So what is it that you need? It's up to you. Ask for what you need. Maybe you need to ask someone else to help you. Cover you, like this one. Can you cover me while I go on vacation? I need a break. I need to breathe. This one's by themselves constantly. I need to go spend the time with the one I love. And who knows what it is. I think that's it. We're all at a wrap, right? So at 1 hour and 20 minutes, okay, it wasn't too bad. I was thinking that this is gonna go on a really long time, but we got right to it. So I'm gonna put this up and see let me know what you guys think. If you want me to do this, because I decided that, you know, I'm gonna stop saying what I think needs to happen. Because maybe that I'm in one place doesn't mean everybody else is. So, all right, I love you guys. Talk soon.